Are you an out-of-state architect struggling to navigate California's building codes? Today, we're diving into one of the most challenging aspects, CalGreen, California's Green Building Standards Code. CalGreen is short for the California Green Building Standards Code. It's one of 12 parts of the California Building Code, alongside the Administrative Code, Building Code, Residential Code, Electrical Code, Mechanical Code, Plumbing Code, Energy Code, Historical Building Code, Fire Code, Existing Building Code, and Referenced Standards Code. Most California building codes are based on the International Building Code series, which means they're probably familiar to you as an out-of-state architect. The main building code, mechanical code, electrical code, and plumbing codes are all IBC codes with some amendments. While most codes might feel familiar, two additions can be particularly challenging. The California Energy Code, also known as Title 24, and the California Green Building Standards Code. CalGreen is challenging for several reasons. First, the format itself contains a confusing paragraph numbering system that seems to repeat itself, especially between mandatory and voluntary measures. Second, it includes both mandatory measures and so-called voluntary measures. Here's what's confusing. If your jurisdiction has adopted these measures, they're actually mandatory, not voluntary. The only way to determine if your jurisdiction has adopted the voluntary measures is to review the local municipal code amendments. Understanding CalGreen is even more difficult for out-of-state architects because of one unique aspect that sets it apart from every other California building code. CalGreen allows local jurisdictions to enforce or ignore any and all sections of the code. While it's always ideal to use an architectural and engineering team based in the same state as your project, we understand that large corporations often prefer to use their preferred architects for all projects, regardless of location. This means out-of-state architects must become familiar with state and local codes, which can be particularly challenging for California projects. Here's the reality. Almost every town, city, and county in California has adopted a highly modified version of the California Green Building Standards Code. In contrast, other state building codes vary little within the state. The CalGreen checklist is the process by which the code is reviewed for permits and enforced during construction. Initially included in the Green Building Standards Code as a simplified review method, it has morphed into multiple versions with no consistency throughout the state. There are numerous CalGreen checklists used within the state, including the HCD checklist, Marin County checklist, and AIA checklist. As you can see, the content and format vary widely. It's critical to have a CalGreen specialist supporting your project to ensure the right checklist and requirements are included in your permit submittal. Here's something experienced professionals know. Plan reviewers rarely look at CalGreen compliance documentation at the permit stage. However, the on-site building inspector will carefully review CalGreen requirements at the end of the job. Disconnects at this stage can delay occupancy permits and add significant change orders when owners least expect them. When the Green Building Standards Code was first issued in 2008, it shocked the industry. This was due to its unconventional format, lack of formal guidance on interpretations, and its use of so-called voluntary measures. The code was a unicorn among state codes, leaving design professionals, plan reviewers, and contractors thoroughly confused. Local building departments didn't have the training, staff, or budgets to deal with this code outlier. They quickly found a simple solution: create their own simplified version of the CalGreen checklist, cherry-picking items that were easy to understand and review. Today, almost every urban area has its own version of the CalGreen checklist. Sacramento, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Napa County, Riverside, Palm Springs, Vallejo, and dozens more all have their own versions, which vary greatly from the one published by the California Building Standards Commission. While these abbreviated checklists have lightened the review load for local building departments, they've left architects, developers, and contractors with endless variations in code compliance from one jurisdiction to another. The simplest way to avoid permit delays and change orders during construction is to engage a CalGreen Code specialist for your project. While bringing them on board at the beginning is ideal, at minimum, we recommend hiring them to assemble the CalGreen checklist for your specific project. Don't let CalGreen catch you off guard on your next California project.